gets in, another wide open three.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long-range jumper.
Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Chris Paul bringing dinner with the dish. D-Book on the corner with the swish. We the Valley, hating with the dumb. Posterizing, now the crowd getting pumped. We the best, I ain't talking about Cali. Who's next? Never winning in the Valley. Can't wait for that championship rally. Send them home, send them back to Cali. Stand up if you're down for the Suns. Put a finger in the air, we number one. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.
Welcome, everybody, to the Aussie Suns Fans Podcast, Season 3, Episode 3. We have a brand new face with us today, which is exciting times. Dane, welcome along, mate. Rapt to finally have you on.
No worries, mate. Cheers. Thanks for having me.
Just whenever you want to say anything, just throw yourself in there. Go nuts. Doesn't matter. That's what we're here for. We've got a couple of people in the live. Hopefully there'll be a few more and we can get some comments going. And you'll just see the comments flash up on the screen. And if you need at any stage to tell someone to get fucked, go for it.
No worries, mate. Easily done.
Hello. Welcome back. Welcome online. How you going, my friend?
Man, doing really good. Glad to be back. Needed to take a week off, but really glad to be back, and really keen to see Dane here too, man. I've been wanting to have a beer with him and have a chat with him for a while, man. So
Righty, mate.
It is to us, boys. Looking forward to it. Let's go.
And I love that we get Dane on from Cairns, nice and hot and muggy and all that shit up there, and he's got the long necks cracking. That's the way to do it, mate. That's the Aussie way.
That's it, man. No.
If I disappear from the camera, it's just a short walk to the fridge. I'm right.
No, that's completely reasonable. I'm out of beers, so I will be consuming scotch today, and the weather in Melbourne sort of dictates that anyway. So because it's fucking freezing.
It is a bit chilly.
Let's get straight into it, and let's have a look at last week's games, gents. The win against the Clippers, 112-95. Obviously, these are the games since we last potted. Win against the Warriors, 134-105. Against the Pels, 124-111. Houston, 124-109. Minnesota, 116-107. Puts our record at 6-1, 5-0 at home, 1-1 away, and a 5-game win streak. Talk to me. Let's start with you, Hamo, instead of throwing Dane straight into the deep end. What were your thoughts on the games this week?
Man, I love beating any team that comes from Los Angeles. I don't care whether it's the Clippers, the Lakers, what's the fucking hockey team, the Kings. Who gives a fuck, man? Just fuck everyone in LA and everything that they stand for. But, some huge things have been happening with our boys and their numbers over the last few games. Book standing out with 35 points, 8 and 13 rebounds, 13 points, 8 rebounds. Huge game from Jock, so close to getting that double-double.
From who?
And from Jock.
That's a knife. Crocodile Dundee.
Glad I got that
nice.
early.
Got it in nice and early. And, our semi-Aussie brethren, TC, finally found his form as well, man. So I loved that game. That was a beautiful
claiming him as my own. He played I think he played about half a season up here at the Cairns Taipans as well. So
oh, really? Yeah, okay.
I'm claiming him, yeah.
Done.
So he played at the Taipans and the Bullets. Just another fantastic NBL product. We may as well say he's Australian. He's basically Australian.
He is.
We'll have to get an Australian drop for TC. Any other comments on any of the other games there, Hamo? Obviously, the Houston game was a bit meh. I'll get into that, I suppose. The Warriors game was fucking fabulous. The Pelicans game was fabulous. And today's win against Minnesota was a ripper.
Yeah. Like the numbers that our guys have been putting up, and we'll get into this a bit later on too, but our bench and our team is just so solid at the moment. Like, you know, with the Warriors, Book had his 34. Pelicans, Bridges was a standout. TC once again. That eight and even in the 8 minutes that he played against the Pelicans, still managed to get his 4 points and 3 rebounds, which is awesome. That whole Zaza violation rule, does it still fucking exist? Like, seriously, refs, what the fuck are you doing?
Apparently only when you shoot threes.
Eat a dick. But nah, man, seriously, all of our guys are just looking amazing. The Wolves game today, some big numbers from some, you know, not unfamiliar faces, but unsuspecting faces. You know,
Very slow start. Slow start, though, wasn't it?
I didn't get to see the first half. I was working. But, yeah, no, definitely. Like Cam J dropping 29, Bridges dropping 19. Spoiler alert, sorry if anyone hasn't seen the game yet, but if you haven't, then you shouldn't be tuning into the fucking podcast.
We're supposed to be bringing people onto the podcast, not fucking telling them to get off.
Well, they need to watch the games before they can come on and listen to us talk shit, don't they?
That's bullshit. Like, we can give them all the information they need they never ever have to watch a game. That's how fucking insightful. Right.
Just on Cam Johnson, not bad. The 29 points from 33 minutes. Yeah,
that's incredible, man.
That's pretty impressive. I don't know how many threes that he took, but 7 from 11 possibly. Is that right?
I'm just going to bring it back up for you, mate. What are we looking at? 3 pointers. Cam Johnson. No, I've lost it. Yeah, let's just say 7 from 11.
7 from 11 sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was about 7 from 11. He shot beautifully, really. And look, there was a lot of Cam Johnson love today, and rightfully so. He played a really good game. But my biggest problem I have is, look, he finished off the game before. Who did we play previously? The Pelicans? No, Rockets. Finished that game quite well. I think he hit 2 or 3 threes in the last quarter, which sort of helped us expand the lead and set us up there. Look, Minnesota are built for outside shooters because they can't defend the perimeter. I need to see Cam do this consistently, not score 29 points consistently, but just do what he did against the Rockets, 15 to 20 points a game. It's just every game. That's what we need to see from Cam.
Yeah, correct. Totally. And like, if you look back over the numbers for the whole week too, a lot of our guys have really started becoming more consistent and developing. Well, not developing their game. They're all fairly established with their games, but just the best part about us at the moment that I really love is it's got to be so hard for other teams because you do not know where we're going to come from. Whether it's going to be, you know, we're going to jock it to you, whether we're going to be Cam J-ing it down on you, Bridges, you just don't know where it's coming from, man. And, you know, I truly think that we do have one of the deepest bench teams or even just deep teams. Like I said, you just don't know where it's going to come from. And that's got to be a scary thing for other teams, man.
Yeah, I think certainly off the back of what we've seen over the first 2 weeks of the season, that's precisely what we're putting up. And everybody's contributing when they need to contribute. And we'll go into a few of those other players a little bit later on. But we're just seeing even contributions. And I said it today on Twitter. The thing I love so far is that we're exploiting other teams' weaknesses. And while we shot poorly outside at times, what we did was shot extremely well today against Minnesota, which is precisely what we should have done. They allow you to do that, and you have to take advantage of it and make the most of it.
I'm just thinking, Christ, we didn't end up getting what's that, Rudy Gobert? Go Bert. I'm just thinking Crosby didn't trade for him.
COVID go
The,
there.
the baguette.
Oh, sorry, dropped it.
I don't rate him.
No, and he certainly proved today that. Well, look, I think Minnesota's proved all season so far that playing two centers next to each other just doesn't work.
No, exactly.
They've taken the keys away from Anthony Edwards of that franchise, and Edwards proved today exactly why he should be the cornerstone. When Cat was sitting on the bench, Minnesota looked a hell of a lot more dangerous, and then Cat just come on and fucking did whatever he wanted again. I'm glad we didn't trade for that idiot either. Everyone wanted to trade fucking DA for him last year. You got to be kidding.
No way. No way.
All right, let's have a look at upcoming games before our next pod, and we've only got two of them, and they're back-to-back against the same team. Portland on Saturday at 1 p.m. and Portland on Sunday at 1 p.m. I'm assuming that you're both going to go that we're winning both of these games.
I honestly thought it was a typo at first, man. I had to reload the page a few times just to make sure because back-to-backs at home just seemed a bit odd to me.
I haven't looked that far ahead, so I wouldn't even have a clue who we're playing.
Yeah, it's Blazers.
Portland twice.
Portland twice at Phoenix, at the Footprint. Okay. So this was the one game out of last week that I was actually worried about. Portland can be a sneaky team at times. The chances you run with a back-to-back is that they can work us out. But going back to what I was saying before, you never know where it's going to come from with us at the moment. I've got a lot of faith. I've got a lot of faith in us taking both games. I really do. But rose-coloured glasses, we'll wait and see.
Are they going to try different tactics for both games? I'm sort of thinking they're going to experiment a little bit in the first game, pretty much like they did today with bringing in Dario off the bench and giving him 5 minutes or so, and maybe bringing in Lee for a few more minutes. I don't know. I'd like to see a bit more experimentation out there, but at the same time, I'd also like to build a lead and kick ass for an entire game. You know,
that's the curse and the blessing of playing back-to-backs against the same team. You know, we can throw shit against the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
But yeah, totally, man. Blazers, hit and miss, but I reckon we got these two. I mean, Gav, what do you reckon, man?
It just depends on whether Dame's back. For mine, if Dame's back, makes a big difference to how they play, and we saw that the first time we played up against Dame. So we've already played Portland once, and obviously that was our one loss. But even that one, it was in overtime, and we really should have gone into double. I'm pretty sure Dame will still be out. So if Dame's still out, I can't see us dropping either of these games to Portland, to be honest. But I'm kind of with you there, Dame. I'd like to see us maybe just try something a little bit different. And I'll go into that in a minute when we speak about the things that we want to speak about in this week's in Suns basketball. But I just honestly, I don't care about winning 64 games this year. I care about positioning ourselves in the playoffs, hopefully in the top four, so that we at least get home court through most of the playoffs.
Yep.
And then outside of that, I'd rather see us putting the challenge down to players just outside of our starting five. Throw a bit of a challenge their way, and let them see if they can dig their way out of stuff.
Certainly.
So I think we've all gone 0-2 for the two games coming up before our next pod. So that's all gotten a little bit easy. Let's move into this week in Suns basketball. So I'm going to throw 4 questions at you here. Let's get into a little bit of detail on them because we're flying through this at the moment. It must be because we don't have that idiot Boyd on. Has Cameron Payne done enough to convince you guys that he's back? I'll start with you, Dane. Has Campaign done enough this season to convince you that he's back to the Campaign of 2 years ago?
I think that he's really, really trying and being as competitive as his body's allowing him to be. Look, he played 14 minutes today for 8 points. Possibly needs to share the ball around a bit more with only 2 assists. As a point guard coming off the bench when CP3 is having a break, probably need a little bit more out of him by sharing like that. But look, two or three games back, he's throwing his body around. He's in double figures. He's playing a blinder. Like he'll be up and down, but he's getting his confidence back, and I like it. I'm liking what I see.
Boyd, you claim that he never left, but everybody knows that Campaign regressed badly last year and cost us. That's why he ended up benched during the playoffs, because he was fucking shit. But it's good to see that he's bounced back this season. And if you want to sit in the comments and make fucking cheap shots at me, get your ass on the pod and shut the fuck up. Hey, mate, is Campaign back?
Yes, for a very easy thing, but I will drag this out for the fact that I don't have anywhere else to be right now. Look, in the 14 minutes, like Dane said, he did get 8, but he also went 2 and 2 with the rebounds and assists. Now, that is not a one-dimensional player that we have seen in Campaign in the last year, season, whatever you want to call it. I think he truly knew how bad he was going to end up if he didn't pull his shit together. I'm really, really proud to see him and happy to see him, getting out there and giving it a go. Excuse me. But, yeah, look, I think he's definitely back to the Campaign that we know and love, hoping that it continues. But as it is right now, hell yeah, man, Campaign's back, and we should be grateful, definitely.
I'm stoked with the minutes the Campaign's playing. It's great to see that he has got a bit of that spark back. Is he back for the whole year? I don't know. I reckon it's too early to tell. He's still missing really, really easy layups at times, which is a big concern. I love that he's starting to hit those threes again, which is something that probably hurt him the most last season, I think. When he was playing poorly and I think his confidence was down, it was because he just had he was missing those threes, and you could almost tell that his confidence was shot. This season now he's hitting those threes. He's taking guys to the rim again. He's been really exciting for the start of the season. So let's hope he can maintain that, because I really, really don't want to read some Twitter about how Dwayne Washington fucking Jr. should be in there before Campaign. And
eat a dick. Seriously.
Let's support the bloke who's on a 2-way contract. There's a fucking reason he's on a 2-way contract, because he's not good enough to play key minutes in a fucking championship contender team. So shut the fuck up about Dwayne Washington Jr.
Sign Carmelo Anthony.
It's just as fucking bad as the bullshit we had to listen to last year about fucking Aaron Holiday. Get over it. Move on. Campaign's doing his job. Let's hope that he continues to do his job every fucking game. Because
I just wonder how much he's
exciting.
How much his bromance with Mikhail comes into that. You see all their pre-game dance routines and everything that they do, and the high level that Bridges plays at, and what is he now? 14.5 million games without ever missing one, something like that.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever missed a game, that bloke.
Never. Well, he's never missed one in college. Never in. Yeah, exactly, man. So that influence on Campaign, the person that Campaign is and his game. Fuck yeah, man. Let those two just get out there and do whatever the hell they want to do, man, because it's working. And we're loving it.
Good routine they've got. Keep it going. Keep dancing.
That's it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, leading into that, let's spread a little bit of extra love to the bench. Has our bench proved themselves to this day now so far, and are you confident in this bench going ahead for the rest of the season? Because we all know Suns Twitter are still out there yelling and screaming about fucking trading for fucking, what's his face, Jordan Clarkson, and throwing away Jay Crowder for some bench pieces. I seen some shit today around Buddy Hield. Like, are you confident enough with this bench now? Have they proven themselves to you, Dane?
Yeah, they have. I'm not a fan of Shaman at all. I can't stand him as a player or his attitude. But the other blokes...
Well, we're going to have some fun coming up then.
Do I need to leave?
Might have to take Hemo with you.
No, you stay exactly where you are.
Mate, the other blokes are all stepping up, like they're all, averaging, you got Landale, he's averaging 16 minutes a game. Didn't obviously have a great one today. Biombo, like he's starting, he's playing really well. His blocks today were phenomenal. His defense is absolutely amazing.
He's had 9 blocks in 2 games. Fucking hell.
Yeah. But no, the offense is great. Everyone's pulling their weight. I'm pretty confident if we lead into the end of the season and we need to rest blokes like Booker and CP3, maybe Johnson or McCall. I don't think McCall will want to drop. I'm confident that we've got the people to make up for it.
Hammer.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I mean, totally. The numbers I was rattling off before, I can't fit everyone in, but our bench is just insane. Well, not even just our bench, but our smaller role players. Everyone's doing their part. And goes back to what I was saying about how if I was facing the Suns, I'd be scared and worried, man, because you don't know where we're going to come from.
No, exactly.
whether it's Jock, Bridges, Campaign, you don't know, man. We're going to, like Gav said again, we're going to find your weakness and we're going to stick it to you. So I think our bench is solid. It may change by the end of the season, 1 or 2 pieces. But the main core of our bench, fuck yeah, man. Keep it going. Run it back. It's working great.
Yeah, I think our bench has been really impressive. I think it surprised a lot of people. And I don't think there's any one of us that sat there and went, at the start of the season, oh, yeah, this bench is going to be great. We all had concerns, right? Everybody was worried about where the scoring was going to come from. We had that issue last season when Cam came out of the side or went into the starting lineup. We really struggled to score off the bench. Today was probably the first game where I saw a real breakdown in what the bench delivered. When we were 17 up and I think Minnesota got it back to 2, Monty brought the starters back in and we sort of just fucking blew them out of the water after that once the starters come back in. But it was a tough patch for those bench players. They struggled, and I've seen a whole heap of different things. Should Jock have started in front of Busy? Well, there's a reason Jock didn't start in front of Busy, and that's because he spreads the floor for that second unit. And the second unit plays much better because of Jock being in there, where we know that Busy's going to get in the way of that second unit, which is why he became the third string center. But with DA out, maintain Jock in the rotation as the backup, put Busy in there as the starter, and it worked. It pretty much worked all the way through.
And I was highly critical of Busy at the start of the season and the signing of it, and I'm very happy to eat my own words because he has been outstanding.
He had 5 blocks against Houston, but I thought he was terrible. He got in the way. He didn't play a good game of basketball. 5 points, 5 rebounds, 5 blocks, but he just seemed slow and in the way against Houston. It took us a long time, not as a starting center. It took us a long time to really get over the top of Houston, a lot longer than it should have. And I thought Busy was a major reason for that, because if you had a look at the way the Suns played as soon as Busy left the floor and Jock went into the rotation and in with the starters, Jock played a fucking sensational game against the Rockets. Why? Because he was better suited to the Rockets. Today, Jock, the game didn't suit Jock at all, and that's why he didn't play as many minutes, and he didn't play as well. But the game suited Busy to the ground. Why? Because Gobert can't stretch the floor. So all Busy had to do was allow him to get the ball at the 3-point line, and then just drop himself into the key and make sure that they had no opportunity to drive the ball and score. And that's why this game just absolutely suited Busy the ground. It's why he had the 4 blocks, because he was able to change so many shots where that was tougher for Jock to do. And coming off the bench, Cat was effectively the center when Gobert rotated out. Jock had to defend the perimeter against Cat. Therefore, they spread the floor. Therefore, they had more opportunities to score inside. And Edwards took advantage of it. I think who's the other guy that played on Chris Paul? Their tall, skinny dude that's in their starting lineup. I can't remember his name now. Anyway, he played a really, really good game because he was able to get inside behind the Suns' defense. Particularly when Jock was on the floor and Busy wasn't able to drop off Gobert and sit in the hole.
Jaden McDaniels?
Yeah, that's him, McDaniels. I thought he was really, really solid on the offensive end, and he gave us some headaches there for a while.
4.3 rebounds.
Well, it was more the way that he actually made the defense move, and it allowed them to score.
I get that. There's more than just numbers.
He was dangerous. And you look, like Campaign's not putting up massive numbers, but he's shifting the defense and making it move.
Hell yeah. And wasn't everyone saying at the start of the season the Warriors are going to be the sneaky, you got to watch them. They go, they got all this shit going on.
I don't think you can be the defending champions and be the sneaky watch side. But everyone certainly thought the Warriors were going to be up there. And look, it's only early doors with the Warriors, but that's not going to stop me from running around telling everyone that their dynasty's over and they're finished.
Yeah.
Because fuck the Warriors.
Like the Warriors.
But overall, I think, let's be honest, our bench has performed way beyond everyone's expectations. They've been fantastic so far. Let's hope they can keep it up.
Yeah, totally, man.
Boyd, I'm happy to talk less. As soon as you get your ass on the fucking pod and stop being a bitch.
Why? So Boyd can take up all the air? Come on, Boyd.
We're pretty much 3/4 of the way through this pod, and it's only half an hour. When Boyd's on here, it's 40 minutes. All right,
we're doing good.
Next one. Did Cameron Johnson today prove that he is starter worthy?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
There's been question marks, right? And we spoke about it with our American friends on a pod about a week or so ago. That the question was, or the statement was, maybe Cam's just a 6 man, and that's okay. Did today prove that he's more than a 6 man and he's a starter?
Well, when was the last time? Because he's ultimately taken Crowder's place in the team, hasn't he, as the starter?
Mm-hmm.
So when's the last time Crowder's put up those sort of numbers? I know it was one game. When's the last time Crowder done anything like that for us?
No, he never had. But then again, Crowder never got the opportunity to play against a Minnesota side that is scared of defending the perimeter.
True. Yeah, I did notice that a lot today.
It's and it's that's why I sort of say it's tough, really tough to assess, because this was a game where Cameron Johnson just had to dominate. And I had him big numbers in my multi for that exact reason, because this game was perfectly suited to it. You knew when Edwards was going to get up in Book's face. So Book wasn't going to be the one that was standing on the 3-point line with the open shots. McHale has been penetrating and cutting more rather than sitting on the outside and shooting those threes. We know Busy ain't shooting threes, let's be fucking honest. And Chris Paul has been dodgy with his 3-point shooting to start the season. And reality was, Cam playing the 4 against Cat, he was going to get those opportunities and he had to make the most of it. And all credit to Cam Johnson. He absolutely did.
Oh, yeah, man. Look, I'm very tempted to say yes. I just want to watch this space just for now. You know what I mean? Give me 1 or 2 more games at the same consistency, and then hell yeah, I'm all for it. But at the way he is right now, man, yeah, definitely looks like he's got the potential to do that. But we know he can be accident prone, clumsy, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, man, I'm loving what he's doing, but like, let's just make sure that it's going to be a consistent thing before we go ahead and chuck.
But like, he's young as well. You know, like he's young.
He's so young, man. Was he 22, 23, something like that?
2 years from now, we're gonna be looking at him as like he's going to be elite. You know, like that's the way I look at it. 2 years from now in this league, he's going to be unreal.
I think he's.
You look at Book's game. He just turned 26. You forget Book's that fucking young.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. We drafted Cam when he was 23, so I actually think he's at the same age or just a touch younger than Book.
He did roll out of college a bit later, didn't he? Yeah, he was
so.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Boyd isn't here because fuck him, because he just wrote this. I absolutely 100% agree that Cameron Johnson is 100% a starter. He can play the starting role. I think he absolutely proved himself today. But more than proved himself, I think he got the confidence to understand and know that he's good enough to be a starter today.
That's half the battle.
I really think he was worried about Boyd saying Cam's 27, and I thought that was the case.
Boyd.
I thought he was a bit older than Book. I think he really he started the season a little bit concerned and a little bit worried about his body, and I think that the end of the Rockets game and today's game is going to give him all the confidence in the world, and he's certainly going to contribute more than Crowder did on the offensive end. The concern was what he provided on the defensive end, but we saw him guard Cat today, and he did a sensational job of guarding Cat today. So my concerns on the defensive end, I actually always thought Cam was a pretty decent defender. So I probably didn't have the queries that a lot of others did. But I think today proved well and truly, without a shadow of a doubt, that he's more than capable as a starter, and hopefully that kickstarts what we're going to see from Cam Johnson, particularly over the next sort of 4 weeks or so as he builds a bit more momentum and confidence.
And being better than Crowder, right?
I think that's a given right now.
Easily on the offense. I'm sure he can salsa dance, but I've heard he's also actually a pretty good ballroom dancer too. So stick that up, you fucking Jay Crowder.
That was random, but okay. My next one. What's wrong with our fans?
In what our Aussie fans? Nothing. Yeah, fucking love yous all.
Suns fans, in general. What's wrong with them?
Spoiled little bitches.
Why do we lose our shit every fucking time about every fucking thing? So I'll go through this, then you guys, I'll use this one this way. I'm going to lose my shit a bit, and you guys can rebut anything you fucking like, and then I'll rebut straight back and basically tell you all to get fucked and probably kick you out. But we're going to do it anyway. Number one.
Hey, Richie.
With Suns Twitter, not so much our group, I guess. I haven't really seen it from our group, but particularly Suns Twitter. So this one more directed at you. We don't have to trade Jay Crowder now. Why do you fucking want to undersell the ability and the value that we could potentially get out of a Jay Crowder in a trade later on? When sides start to realise that they're in contention for a championship and want a power forward that can come in and play the starter role, or even come in off the bench, they're going to give up more than what they'll give up now. What teams need to see is the Suns sit back and go, we're just not going to trade him just because he's not playing. We're not going to jump and trade him. I seen a fucking thing today where someone said Crowder and Sarich and a first round pick for Jordan fucking Clarkson. You're fucking kidding me. What needle does that move in what generation anywhere in the fucking world to bring a streaky shooter that will, yes, some days he'll come out and hit 5 threes in fucking 5 minutes, but then he'll have 87 fucking ridiculous, stupid shots, break up exactly what is being built on the bench right now, so that we can bring him in to bring him off the fucking bench in the second unit. Our second unit's going fine. Why the fuck is everyone so desperate to take shit just to move Crowder on?
Once again,
Either
I'm
of you
going
got
to
a
put shit
comment
on
to that?
myself here. Yeah, I'm going to put shit on myself here again. Sorry, jump in there, Dane. I was ripping on the signing of Busy and stuff earlier on in the season. Now, from memory, we got Busy for about the 1.4, 1.6 mark or something like that.
Last year,
Is that right?
this year he's on 2.8, I think.
Oh, okay. Sorry, 2.8. That's what we're getting for 2.8. Now, Crowder's worth 10, approximately.
Yep.
Imagine what we get if we just take our time, do the diligence, and get the fucking right person. I didn't have faith in Busy at first. However, look at what we've got for that amount of money. Like Gav said, man, calm the fuck down, right? Have a chill pill and just wait and see what's going to come for the 10-odd million that Crowder's worth to, not worth to us, but worth in contract value. So just chill the fuck out, man. Suns Twitter is crazy. We probably have some of the most fuckhead fans in the world. Just people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about and just carry on.
That's probably a little bit of a stretch because you can make a straight comparison to the Lakers and straight away, I don't care how fucking retarded some of our players get or some of our fans get with their comments. They're never ever.
Personally, anyone who supports LeBron's a fuckwit, in my opinion. But anyway,
well, we can get into that. I got into that today too, so I can get into that too.
Yeah, just seriously, chill the fuck out. I had no faith in Busy at the 2 point or 1 point, whatever it was last time I went off about him. And Gav, you threw at me and said, well, who can we get better for that price? And you're right. So calm the fuck down when it comes to Jay Crowder, people. We got $10 million worth of something coming back to us. We're not going to rush into it.
I'm just thinking that, well, James Jones isn't an idiot. He knows what he's doing. He's like what someone said today on Facebook. He's just sitting back playing chess at the moment. He knows what's going on. Leave it up to him. It's out of our control. I'm not desperate to move Crowder on at all at the moment. I'm not desperate for it.
No,
I'd like to see something happen before the end of the season. Hopefully, we get something decent. But I'm not desperate for it.
Number 2, and this one will be real fun. Those of you that sit there and pot the fuck out of Landry Shamet game after fucking game after fucking game after fucking game. And we do it in the Aussie fans fucking chat. They do it on Twitter. Everybody fucking does it. I get it. Blah, 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 blah. Why do we as Suns fans expect the blokes that are coming off the bench, they come off the bench for a fucking reason. Why do we expect them to be fucking Michael Jordan? Landry Shamet has been solid on defense. He's hitting 50% or he's shooting at 47% from 3 this year, which is a fucking good clip. If he's shooting 47% compared to the 32 or 33 shot last year, that's a fucking good result. He's not going to come in and score 30 points a game. He's not going to come in and score 20 points a game. Landry Shamet's job is to come in and hit 3 or 4, 2 to 4 threes per game in the minutes he plays. He plays 15 minutes a fucking game, people. He comes in, he's good on defense, really solid. He handles the ball pretty well. He spreads the floor well, and when he's getting those opportunities, he's taking them this season. Get off the poor cunt's back and let him play fucking ball.
That's 2. 2 in 39 minutes. Take that, Boyd. Look, I just don't like him.
Why? What did he do to you?
He took too much money off us.
No, he didn't. Why did he take
Yeah, he
too
did.
much money off us?
What's he on?
He's on about $9 million a year,
That's
which
okay.
in NBA money is fucking nothing.
No, it's nothing. However, I don't know, man. It seemed like once we signed his contract, he just disappeared. Now, the last couple of games, yes, he's come back a little bit. It's pretty easy to hit 43% when you're only playing 3 minutes a game and taking 2 shots.
It's 15 minutes ago, and it's not easy to hit 47%. I don't give a fuck what you say.
It should be if you're getting fucking $9 million a year.
Potentially, it should be. Our buddy's out there doing his fucking job.
17 minutes today. No assists, no boards. 2 of 5 3-pointers. 8 points. I don't rate him. Don't like him.
Why don't you like him?
Sorry.
What did he do to you? Do you want to know why Suns fans don't like
I'm going to quote
Landry
Boyd
Shamet?
right now. You're speaking to my soul, Dane.
Do you want to know why Suns fans don't like Landry Shamet? Because James Jones extended him before he fucking played a game.
No,
That is
I
the
didn't
main
even
reason
know.
that Suns fans don't like him.
I didn't even
You
know
spent
got
too much
extended
time with
before
fucking
playing a
Ben
game.
Simmons.
So that's why you don't like him? Because he
Yeah.
spent too much time with Ben Simmons. That makes sense.
We're going to get into the whole Nets organization a little bit later, man. Trust me.
This is this again, just it makes no sense that we slam and absolutely bury this bloke for coming in and coming off the bench and doing the job that he's supposed to be fucking doing. And then he does it well.
Twitter
I
sphere,
hate
Suns
bagging- I
fans.
hate bagging anyone that wears a Suns jersey. I really do. I really hate bagging him out. But he's not a Suns player. Fuck him.
You're
He's
talking about the
absolutely a
same
Suns player.
group of people, the same fans that have been trying to trade DA for fucking 2 years. Now look what he's doing, man. He's kicking ass.
Never wanted to trade DA. I've always loved him.
Yeah, what are you?
No, I just wanted him to leave
there?
his feet, man. I just wanted him to jump. That's all it was, and
Yeah.
he's doing that now.
Yeah.
But it's the same fans, right? That have been cracking DA, been cracking this. Oh, why sign CP3? It's just like we got a lot of fans that still vote for people like Kobe Bryant in the All-Star game. It's just fucking stupid. You
I don't know
what
that we. I don't know that we really do. And I'm not
Not
sure
true
what
fans. Not
I'm
true
not sure
fans.
what the overall point was there, but the same people that said they wanted to trade DA don't like Shamet. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying it's the same sort of thing. Like people just don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
It's expectations, right? But you just said you fucking don't like him either. So that means that you don't know what you're fucking talking about.
No, not liking him and not wanting to keep him, 2 different things. I loved him when he was at Brooklyn, man. I loved him when he was at Brooklyn. He was kicking fucking ass.
The problem we have, and it's like the whole backup point guard thing with Cameron Payne that I spoke about a couple of weeks ago. We have this unrealistic expectation that we're going to have fucking superstars coming off the bench. These guys need to come in for 15 minutes a game and do their job. That's all I give a fuck about. Because come playoffs, they're going to be just as important, and we need them to do the job. If we just completely overreact as fans to guys that are coming off the bench. Again, there's people out there talking about let's trade campaign and bring SGA in to come off the bench. Has anyone seen what SGA is doing in fucking OKC so far at the start of this year? He's averaging
the only person
32
with
points a game with 5 and 5.
35, 5, 2, 2 averaging. That's insane.
Do people really think that SGA is going to come off the bench in fucking Phoenix? Like, come on, guys. And this is we keep talking about all of these other guys that we can trade in and do this. And as long as when we trade Crowder, we trade Shannon. Why? What are we going to get back?
People just don't like him.
The guy's been playing his role this year. And someone said it before. He had personal problems last year. And we're seeing a different Shamet this year. All I'm saying is give the guy a fucking go. And let's see what he does. And if he sucks ass at the halfway mark of the year, you can come back to me and slam me. I got no problem with that. But at the moment, he's doing his fucking job.
Yeah.
So what about a trade with What about a trade of Shamit, Dario, and Crowder?
For what?
It depends on what we're getting back. Like if the value's there, I've got no problem. I've got no problem with moving Shamit. Don't get me wrong. If the trade's there and the deal's right, I've got no problem with players being moved. Any of them.
Yeah.
Right? But what I'm trying to say is, as Suns fans, we have to stop desperately trying to get rid of our players to bring in someone like Jordan fucking Clarkson. Because it's not
I'm with you there.
Come playoffs.
Yeah,
no,
100% with you there.
It won't work. He's not our kind of dude. It's a dumb move. It wouldn't work.
So that's my point. That's for all of you guys. If you keep going in the fucking chat, I'm going to keep hammering back because reality is that you are not giving this guy a fair go at the moment. And if he sucked, I'd probably support you. But he's not sucking at the moment. And finally, the other shit that I spoke about in the chat today, anyone who doesn't think LeBron James is one of the greatest players of this era is a fucking moron. I don't like the guy either. He's a piece of shit at times. He can be cocky as hell. But everybody that is an American athlete is a fucking cocky motherfucker. That's the way they behave. It's what they do. And why the hell wouldn't somebody like LeBron James, who has been an absolute icon of the game for the last 10 years, why shouldn't he come out and say, yes, I want to be spoken about in that group of people at the top of the tree that have played the game? He absolutely should. He's earned that right.
Then when Kevin Durant does it, everyone jumps on him.
Kevin Durant is one of the best basketball players in the world right now, but he shouldn't be spoken of as one of the best players of this era.
Because he didn't sign up with super team after super team after super team.
Didn't he? But he did. Twice.
Once.
Really? Because when he went to Brooklyn, mate, all the talk was...
When he went to Brooklyn, Kyrie wasn't fucking there.
Yes, he
was. He was wandering around. He didn't play for the whole fucking first season, man. He was out doing walkabout.
Hold on. Your argument's fucking absolutely empty there, mate. He signed because the expectation was Kyrie was playing and that was going to be another super team. The next super team was going to be in Brooklyn. You can't say it was anything other than that, especially once Harden was traded there as well. He absolutely signed up to a super team in Brooklyn.
That was never going to be a full-time thing, man. That was always a stepping stone for Harden.
No, it wasn't.
Yep.
That was a... If it was going to be legit, he would have been in shape. He absolutely signed up to a super team in Brooklyn just because it didn't turn out that way.
Well, he hasn't packed and left.
And again, let's go back to the LeBron signs up to super teams all the time. He signed up to one super team, which was Miami. And that was when Bosh and Wade went there. When he went back to Cleveland, that wasn't a super team. They finished fucking third last.
Hey,
all they had was Kyrie.
He had Matthew Dellavedova, okay?
Right. And then he went to the Lakers.
Our
AD
Lord
wasn't
and
there
Savior.
when he went to the Lakers. So he's...
Fuck the Lakers.
I hate this whole super team to super team to super team narrative that people say about LeBron because it's fucking bullshit. And the dude has never, ever not finished a contract.
Dude's a fuckwit.
Might be a fuckwit, but... Yeah,
I don't mind LeBron.
I think that a lot of us are missing the opportunity to watch what a player that is one of the greats of the generation, and we're doing it because you have this fucking outrageous hate for him. So anyway, Richie, I'm not
just quickly.
Richie, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I agree with this either, Richie. But to be honest, these guys have got a platform and they tend to use it.
So do we. No. Damn you, Richie, you made me lose it.
All right, gents, have you got a piece of paper and a pen?
All set.
Because it is that time of the night where we go into, and I'm not sure if the music will work on this because I bashed it together really late because we weren't sure whether we were going ahead or not. But it is time for Random Suns. I've tried to make this one a little bit easier. Maybe the fourth one might trouble you a little bit, but I've tried to make this a little bit easier because we do have a first timer on. So, are you ready, gents?
Hell yeah.
Give it a go.
All right, here we go. How'd we go, gents?
I got one.
What about you, Dane?
I tried to tap the sound if there was any sound clues. No good.
No, it's
No
just
sound
music,
clues.
bro.
Just
All right,
music.
nah.
Run it back one more time, DJ.
You want to? All right, we'll run it back one more time. Chat, try not to throw any names in until we start to go through them. Here we go, one more time, gents. All right, how'd we go?
I got one.
Let's test this out. Dane, who was the first one?
No idea.
Hamo?
More than likely, probably not, but god damn, it looked like Kenny Smith.
It was not Kenny Smith. Anyone in the chat want to have a go at who was first up? Richie, you are spot on. It was Mark West.
Well
Come
done,
on,
Richie.
Legend of the Suns. Legend of the Suns. Who was number 2?
Was that number 21?
Yes.
I don't know.
Still
who it
plays
was,
now?
but I've got a look-alike for you. He looked like Scott Machado that used to play for the Kansas Taipans and played for the G League in the NBA. But I don't think it is.
You're right, it's not.
I'm out.
Anyone in the chat? Hamo?
Hey. I haven't had a go. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
who
sure
was
it's
it, Hamo?
Rashawn Holmes.
And Boyd nails it, and Hamo nails it. It was Rashawn Holmes.
2 pods in a row.
Still playing for the Sacramento Kings, although not playing much right now. Who was number 3? Also still playing in the NBA now. Obviously not for the Suns, though. Dane?
Nah.
Hamo?
Nah, man. No, I don't recognise the number once again, but I'm going to say, because I say it every other pod, Archie Goodwin.
And anyone in the chat want to have a quick go at this? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, hold on. We've got a couple that have gone here. Let's have a look here. We've got plays for Memphis is correct, Richie. So that's a good hint for anyone. Or actually, no, he doesn't play for Memphis now. He did last year.
Oh, Shaq Harrison. There you go.
It was not Shaq Harrison.
No.
Anybody
No
else? Last chance. It was DeAnthony Melton.
Oh, wow.
And Boyd just slipped in and picked up Melton right as I said it. So well done, Boyd.
Nice. Well done.
After 6 guesses and nailed it all down. And the last one. Dane? No. Hamo?
Before my time, brother.
Chat, anyone want to have a go at who the last photo was? Played for, Richie. Richie's nailed it. It was Hot Rod Williams. And I only put him in because the name Hot Rod Williams is the best. So
that is
well done,
cool,
guys. Hamo, you nailed another one.
Man, I'm on fire.
You are absolutely on fire.
2 last pod, 1 this pod, retiring.
To be honest, I'm very, very disappointed in both of you. So that brings us to...
I would kill everyone in this room for a drop of sweet beer.
So, Homer, please feel free to tell us anything.
Who do you want to have a beer with this week, Dane?
Well, seeing that I've had a beer with both of you now, that could be anyone from the group.
No, it can be anyone in basketball, mate, in the NBA, anything.
Look, maybe Landry Shamet, just to apologise on your behalf and my behalf, and we can patch things up maybe.
I like it. Hamo, who do you want to have a beer with this week?
He'd probably drop it.
Oh. He sure as hell wouldn't get it in the bloody waste basket. Look, I'd love to have a beer with one of the OG Phoenix Suns super fans, Mr. Orange. I'm loving his style, man. Loving his dedication and his flair. He's always there, front and center. Always promoting his stuff on socials and all that kind of stuff. Had a couple of chats with him, hoping to get him on one of our pods in the upcoming future. But yeah, I'd love to sit down and have a beer with Mr. Orange, man. I think that'd be unreal.
I like it. I like it. I want to have a beer with Barack Obama when he buys the Suns. Come on, Barack, get it going. Purchase the Suns. Let's move this along. Get rid of fucking Sava, and get
He would be
Barack
a
and the
sick
team
dude
in.
to have a drink with, man.
I think he'd be pretty fucking fun to have a beer with. Well, Barack, he doesn't mind a bit of what do we call it? Aussie flair when it comes to hanging shit on each other. He's pretty good.
No,
at it.
hell
He's
no.
quick-witted. So
And
he'd be
he
good
admitted
fun.
to partying pretty heavy back in college days, man. So yeah.
Yeah. That only leads us into our
Don't
next one.
be a flog.
Who's your flog of the week, Dave?
Flog of the week.
I'll tell you what, Dame, there's a fucking hell of a lot of options this week.
It's very hard to pick, but who's that cockhead on ESPN with the bow tie?
All of them?
He's got a bow tie.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know what his name is. I forget what his name is. On ESPN. He's with Shaq and all them. I don't like him.
Oh, yeah.
Ernie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ernie Johnson? Is that him?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I do. Oh, fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I just didn't like a couple of things he said during the week. Didn't like it.
What did he say?
I can't remember. I just didn't like it. Turned it off. Didn't like it. As soon as he wants to be negative,
Fair enough. You're supposed to give a bit more detail there, Jane. Come on, mate. Are they on TNT or
Flog of the week?
or
I
on
could pick my
ESPN?
wife. I could pick my wife actually. Flog of the week. Hey,
It is only just.
wonton soup with fucking chopsticks. Fucking hell. Here's a fucking spoon.
Yeah, that's a challenge. Soup
Yeah.
with chopsticks. Hamo. Well, you've upset Boyd there, Dane, with your flog.
That's
He
fucking
reckons
hard,
Ernie's a
dude.
saint.
He can fuck off.
He can fuck off. Hamo, who's your flog of the week?
All right, I'm a pretty reserved guy nowadays. I don't tend to fly off the handle so much, so I'm going to try and keep it under the volume level. But I would really like to punch fuck out of the combination of Josiah and Sean Marks. The whole Steve Nash thing, you brought him in to babysit some prima donna fucking idiots,
Fucking like it.
okay? People who all are living up here, right? When they need to be brought down to here, okay? Love KD, but he come out, he didn't want Nash around. All of a sudden, you'll get rid of Nash, okay? One of the greatest players of all time and a son. Then you want to bring in Imi Udoka, okay, to babysit these fucks and run it the way that they want to run it. This fucking cunt couldn't even handle his own family relationship with two people. Now you want to babysit these fucking idiots. Your flogs, fuck off.
Yeah, definitely they're what's going on in Brooklyn. There's a lot of flogs running around there in Brooklyn at the moment. So it's pretty disappointing.
Sorry, had to be said.
Fair enough too. All right, my flog of the week. And Richie is backing you up there. Great call, Hamo. I've got two flogs of the week. My first one is, and we're going back to the conversation we had earlier, but Jay Crowder is my first flog of the week. Jay, we all get that you we all get that you want to get out of Phoenix, right? You've requested a trade, you're sitting at home, you're throwing your toys out the cot. But why the fuck would you make a burner Twitter account to say that you can't sell, or the Phoenix Suns shop is refusing to sell your jersey, and you couldn't get one made at the ones that make those other ones, and that the Suns basically have refused to sell your jersey? Number one, who cares? If the Suns don't want to sell your jersey after you threw your toys out of the cot, well, they don't sell your jersey after you threw your toys out of the cot. It's as simple as that. Move on, mate. When you get traded, you'll get traded. And that is it. It is that cut and dry. It is simple.
Man.
Wake
Pretty
up
simple.
to yourself. You do not make burner accounts on Twitter to make yourself look good. That's a Kevin Durant thing.
Leave that to KD.
That's a Kevin Durant thing.
Who also, 3 of his burner accounts follow our podcast, guys. So if that means anything to you, get on board.
Number 2. Now, probably not as hugely impactful, I suppose, but for me it was. The Garrison Matthews. Number 1, no one knows who the fuck you are, mate. You play for Houston. Your team's pretty much a disgrace. Who else watched the Houston game? This dude ran around the entire game with his chest puffed out, trying to start fights with everybody on the fucking court. The fuck is wrong with you, mate? Go out and hit a shot.
Oh, is he that big-ass white boy?
Yes. I mean, he hit a 3 at some stage and fucking basically acted like a peacock on the court for the next 8 minutes. Tried to start a couple of fights. I think he tried to start Book at one stage. He tried to start Damian Lee. Tried to start a fight with fucking whoever else he tried to start a fight with. Look, I didn't mind Houston. No, young team. They were a bit chippy. It was good fun. They took it up to the Suns, and good on them. All credit to them for doing that. But Garrison, know your role know where you are in the pecking order, and don't be such a flog. All right, go out there, do your job. You're not a hard man. All right, you're not going to be able to stand toe to toe with these guys. Move on.
100, man. 100. No.
Great show, guys.
I like it.
Fantastic stuff.
Unreal.
Last comments, Hamo, we'll start with you. Any last comments? Where can we find you? All that sort of fun stuff.
And you all know where to find me, man. It's written right here. @SirHamo on Twitter. Come have a chat. Got a lot of good people on there, man. Having some good vibes, some good chat. Mostly positive. Maybe not. But no, check us out. Aussie Suns fans. Gav's going to tell you where to find us all. But me, Sir Hamo. And, looking forward to kicking the absolute crap out of the Blazers twice.
Don't.
You can just find me in Cairns, really. It's a small town, mate. No, I've got
not on Twitter.
No, not on Twitter, mate. I'm on Instagram. I don't know how to use it. I don't even know my handle.
Let's go.
I'm a bit like Sam Newman, mate. I've got no fucking idea.
No, that's fair enough, mate. That's fair enough. Thank you heaps for coming on at late notice for us tonight, though, mate.
Yeah.
It was a real pleasure to have you on. I'm just disappointed that we were a week too late and you weren't rocking the mullet.
No, you're freshly shaven, mate. So a bit too hot.
I'll tell you what.
Big mop. But thanks for having me. I really appreciate the invite. And
those guys who do not know, we have an Aussie Suns fans chat. Obviously limited to 99 people. If you want to be involved in that and you're a member of the Aussie Suns fans Facebook page, just let us know on the page and we'll add you into the chat, because we got to see a whole different side of Dane that we weren't expecting this week. And I tell you what, man, it just made me want to have a beer with you a little bit more, brother. So that was awesome, dude. But
why? Because he flashed his fucking ass.
Yeah, why the fuck not me? Just like, I don't know, 98 people in this group. Here's me bald head and here's me hairy ass. Loved it.
I got plenty of requests to turn around, mate.
It was very nicely done, Dave. Well done. I'll support it. You can catch us at Aussie Suns Fans on Twitter, myself at Guesswork Gav. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that sort of stuff. We love the fact that everyone's there. It's really, really important that you do when you go onto YouTube, click subscribe. We want to keep building those subscribers up on YouTube, and we'd really appreciate if you helped us out with that.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a lot of fun again tonight. We will be back hopefully Monday night, depending on, Boyd's got a bit loose with his time these days. And Nate's in a different time zone, so he finds it hard at times. But hopefully we'll be back. We're trying to get a couple of special guests for some episodes coming up, but really appreciate it. Paul, I'm still speaking to your people. We're Derbyshire World. We will try. We eventually will get you on, mate. It's really starting to hurt the heart.
This is really hard, eh? Like, far out,
it's tough.
I've been trying for so long.
Go and follow your other Suns podcasts as well. We get lots of shout outs from the guys, the PHNX crew, the Suns Jam Session crew, Fanning the Flames crew, Coast to Coast Pod crew. We get lots of shout outs from those guys. They always check us out every week.
Fallen founder.
Fallen founder, who's the free agent, the hottest free agent around. You can catch him a couple of times on I think he's on the solar panel quite regularly as well. We will catch you all next week. Enjoy your time, and we'll see you then.
Take care.
As Chris Paul gets in, another wide open three.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long-range jumper.
Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Chris Paul bring a dinner with the dish. D-Book on the corner with the swish. We the Valley, hating with the dump. Posterizing, now the crowd getting pumped. We the best, I ain't talking about Cali. Who's next? Never winning in the Valley. Can't wait for that championship rally. Send them home, send them back to Cali. Stand up if you're down for the Suns. Put a finger in the air, we number one. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.